Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Dawn Chorus. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. And if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to their Patreon. I believe it's $3. So, on the last Let's Play, we finished Lake's Route, he's just a good boy, and I feel for him. We also learned about his arrangements with other people, I believe. And, let's see, we've done Rune, we've just done Lake, we've done Miko, we did Toruv, Bjorn, sorry bro, you're gonna be the last one we're gonna be doing. We did Devin. I think Klaus might be available at some points, if you do certain things, but we didn't do that. But the person we're going for is Jorgen, because they seem interesting. And yeah, we did pretty much all of the first day, except, up to this point. I look around to locate Jorgen. This proves easily. He's standing alone, not far from me. He's looking through the finder, making fine adjustments to the telescope position with the knobs. Jorgen? Yes? Jorgen replies without looking at me, fully focused on his task. His moves, precise and deliberate. How are you doing? Only now, he looks away from the telescope, turning my direction, a slight smile on his lips. Fairly well. Nice of you to ask. How about you? I see you're in a good mood. That is true. This gives me some hope. I haven't talked with him much. He always seemed so out of reach, encased in his own world. But this time, the night sky, reflected in his glasses, almost obscure his eyes, but I can see that he's looking straight at me. Did you want something? Or you came over just to see how I'm doing? Oh, no. I mean, I'm interested in that too. But I have some trouble with using the sky map, and I didn't want to bother Professor Arnie with questions. But that's pretty much the thing. He's here to do that. That's silly. That's what he's here for. See? What you have problems with? I haven't used the app before the assignment. I have no idea how it works. Jorgen looks at me sternly from behind his glasses. Didn't the email say to familiarize with the app before stargazing? Yes, but no, I don't have anything in my defense. Sorry. Why should I help you if you didn't do the bare minimum then? Because you're nice? That's a bold assumption, Dark. But I am almost done with the assignment myself, so I can help you. Just wait a moment. I barely have the occasion to use such nice equipment. Jorgen looks back into the telescope, where I look around at the other students. Most of them are still looking at their phones, pointing them at the sky. Okay, now I'm done. So, where's your telescope? I'll help you there. Here I've done all the work already. Okay, sure. It's that one, at the edge of the terrace. Jorgen nods and follows me in silence. Jorgen quickly goes with me through the functionalities of the Sky Map app and helps me to find Saturn myself using it. He really is knowledgeable, or at least well prepared. No wonder he's a top student, at least according to Lake. So, this is just a regular tripod. If you've ever used one of them, then you know how to use this one too. Unscrew this first, and then you can rotate the telescope freely. I follow his instructions, sometimes asking a question when I don't fully follow. He's great at explaining, so everything is going smoothly. Now look here, into the viewfinder, and try to locate Saturn through it. When it will be roughly in the middle, tighten the lock on the knob and look through the telescope. You can do fine-tuning with the set of knobs on the side. Okay, I still follow. It wasn't really hard, quite the contrary. Actually, I had fun doing this, much more than if I was doing this alone. Great, good job, Dark. Go ahead, take a better look. I lean in and look into the telescope. In the middle of the image, there's a rust-colored orb with a ring around it. I was expecting it to look like a flat image, but this is very real and three-dimensional. The planets cast a shadow on one side of the rings, And there's a thin shadow on the ring of the planet itself too. It's not too big, but I can see it very clearly. Okay, that was something. Yeah. Saturn is especially impressive. That's why Professor Arnie chose it for today. The sky, reflected in Jorgen's glasses, seems different now. There's no longer just some abstract objects. Now, they're stars and planets, with their moons and even distant galaxies. Now tell me, why did you ask me to help you? If you didn't want help from the instructor, which I find unlikely, you still would have asked Lake or your friend Miko. So, what's the matter? He saw right through me, just like that. I knew from the beginning, and still decided to help me, or he knew. That's nice of him, at least. Well, I really needed help, but you're right, I could have asked anyone, especially the professor. Remember what I'm supposed to find another room for tonight, yeah? Jorgen only nods, waiting for me to continue. So, I still haven't found a room for today. I thought about it for a while, and I know that you don't really have a reason to, but I thought I could ask anyway, because there's no harm in that. Anyway, would it be okay with taking me in for today? Sure. Cool. Oh, great. That was really great. That's really great. The only issue is that we only have 2 beds, but we'll come up with something. In any case, I don't mind you staying with us. Thank you, Jorgen. No problem, Dark. It's also Lake's room, but I'm sure he'll be fine with you staying. I'll go ask him in a moment. Thank you, Jorgen. You're really great. It's nothing. It doesn't cost me anything. No need to thank me. He is very smiley. Okay, it looks like your time here is up. Thank you all for attending the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe even gained a new passion. Supper is already waiting for you in the cafeteria. You're free to take it with you and eat it anywhere you like. Have a good night, everyone. I went back towards the guest house, joining the small crowd of students heading to the cafeteria. I should get a nice telescope sometime. That'd be so much fun. Here, even without it, the night sky is stunning. I need to slow the heck down. Yeah, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Why did you sign up for it if you thought you wouldn't enjoy it? I was mostly curious how it would actually look. I had no idea what to expect. Is that what you normally do at the university? Not really. We're more often analyzing data from telescopes than looking through them. Not that it's less interesting, just rather more abstract. The cafeteria is already crowded when we enter, filled with buzzing voices of many animals and different species. Most of them are just queuing up for the table with food, but some already sitting around the tables and eating. Are we eating here, or do you want to eat somewhere else? I thought eating in a room. There's enough space there, and would be quieter. I would second that. I like quietness of our room. The queue is progressing fast, so in a few seconds, we're at a table with food already. Looks like each of us got an individual paper plate with 2 sandwiches and slices of cheesecake. Small bottles of still water are standing in rows next to the plates. We each take one and a bottle and leave the cafeteria. Oh man, I can't believe this day is almost over. I had so much fun today. And I'm glad to have you here with me. Link suddenly wraps his arm around my shoulder, pulling me closer. He does do the same to Jorgen, and I look over at the bat as he turns his head away. For a moment, I thought I saw him blushing, but it can't be true, right? And I'm glad you took me in. Thanks again, both of you. Oh, it's my pleasure. Left behind the buzz of the cafeteria, and the only thing audible now are our own rhythmic paw steps on the thick carpet. Lights in the corner are half dimmed, giving it quite an intimate feel. I really like it here. Okay, let me open the door. And come on in. I've given up on trying to, censor that over there. Hopefully YouTube doesn't flip its shit over panning of what could be guy chest. The room is just the same as the last time I'd been here, only now there's a book lying on Jorgen's bed with the lamp, and the lamps are on. I'm not really sure where to sit, so I just walk up to the window, not to stand in the way. Hey Dark, don't stand there, come sit down. Oh right, we only have 2 chairs. Okay, I have an idea. Jorgen, can you help me? Grab the other side. Sure, coming. Link and Jorgen put their plates on the table and lift it, then move it between the 2 beds. Okay, now we can sit together. Both Link and Jorgen sit down on their respective beds, and, after a moment of hesitation, I put down my plate on the table and sit down next to Lake, whom I know better. Lake's arm brushes against mine as he extends it to grab the sandwich. His sandwich. His fur is soft and pleasant, like his personality. Oops, sorry. I took some instant ramen with me, in case we didn't get enough food, but this looks like enough. I finally take a better look at the food we've been given. 2 rye bread sandwiches, topped with slices of some dark cheese and sprinkled with pepper. Simple, but it looks so good. Especially considering I'm already pretty hungry. A slice of apple cake is deliciously browned on the edges and smells faintly of cardamom and cinnamon. Next to me, Lake stares at the cheese sandwiches with a look full of suspicion. Is this what I think it is? If you think it's Brunost, then yes. Brunost? Brunost mich? Oh, I know what this is, though I never tried it during my 4 months living here. It's supposedly a local delicacy, and I've seen it in stores, but somehow never felt like buying an ingredient I'm not familiar with. It looks like a darker cheese, and is served in the same way, but it is pretty different from it. Is it bad? I've never had it before. I hate it. Try it, Dark. You might like it. I take a bite of my sandwich, not really knowing what to expect, but trying to stay open-minded. It's sweet, but savory, and salty too. Kinda nutty, ooh, but it has an aftertaste similar to caramel? Overall, not bad. Much different from cheese, though. I'm glad I got a heads up from Lake, though. If I inspect the taste of cheese, I'd be pretty surprised. Hey, this is pretty good. Maybe I wouldn't eat it every day, but it's interesting. Whatever floats your boat, man. This apple cake is so good, though. I wouldn't mind having another slice. Or 2, or 4. I haven't finished my sandwiches yet, but the pleasure look on Lake's face is enough to convince me to have a bite now. The sweet and tart flavor of ripe apples fills my mouth. Oh, it really is good. The crust is perfectly baked and crumbles easily, and the hint of cinnamon enhances the flavor. I feel like I have to sneeze. Oh yeah, you're right. This is heavenly. Jorgen looks at the 2 of us curiously, slowly munching away at a sandwich. Guys, you know it's just food, right? You don't have to have a foodgasm. You 2 look like you're having a simultaneous orgasm. This is both funny and slightly unnerving. Yes. I'll have what they're having. Oop. Back up. Accident this time. Link, please tell me you're not doing anything to Dark right now. What? No. Jorgen, where'd you get that idea? Calm down. I'm just joking. I'm going to try the cake now. Maybe it really is good, and it will blow me away. It will. He grabs a slice and takes a small bite, chewing at it for a while. Then, it's good. And that's it? That's it. Then, can I have the rest? Jorgen extends his other paw across the table and gives Jorgen a bap on the snout. I said it's good. I'm having the rest. Aww. Like, already had finished his food, takes out his phone from his pocket, and starts writing a message to someone. I turn towards Jorgen, not wanting to peek. Funny, this made me think of Murakami. In An easily noticeable feature of his writing is the way the character eats, and what they eat says a lot about their personality. Looking at how you devour your food, I'd be concerned about what that would say about you. Maybe that I'm passionate and fierce, like a lion should be, or that you're an inexcusable glutton. I don't know if it's stargazing that put him in a good mood, or it's simply the nighttime mellow of his temper. But Jorgen seems much more relaxed and approachable now than during the whole day. Or maybe it's because he feels more comfortable with me now. There's a certain gleam in his eye that I didn't notice before. You really know how to put me down, don't you? I know you can take it, and you know I'm just messing around. I wouldn't do the same to Darkhair. I'd be fine. Don't worry, I can take some teasing. You seem like quite a wholesome person, Dark. You wouldn't feel right. Oh. I don't know if you meant that in a good way or a bad way. I'll be back in a moment. Nick stands up and leaves the room without any further elaboration. Oh. Well, that was sudden. Although quite like him. Where did he go, though? Your guess is as good as mine. Jorgen goes back to eating his food, so I do the same. It's nice not having to cook for myself. Food made by others, for me, always tastes better somehow. Maybe because when I make it myself, I see how much of an experimental mess the whole cooking process is. We both stay silent until we hear loud thuds from the corridor. Ow! Lake? It's nothing. I walked into the door frame. Why the... Look around and see Lake walking in the room backwards, pulling a mattress. You need any help with that? Nah, it's fine. The hardest part is over anyway. Oh, that's a neat idea. Who'd you get this from? Travis had a free bed in his room, so I asked him if he needed the mattress for the night. He said I can do whatever I want with it, as long as I bring it back, unscratched, before the end of the camp. No promises, if you know what I mean. That solves the problem. Where are we gonna put it? Between our beds would be best, I think. It would be in the way otherwise. I had no idea mattresses were this heavy. I'll lean against the wall for now. We'll move it together when we finish eating. And I'll go hit the shower for now. You two have fun. Ooh woo. Have fun too, Lake. Lake grabs a fresh pair of underwear from the wardrobe and disappears in the bathroom, leaving us alone again. For a long moment, we sit, just observing each other in silence, before Jorgen speaks up. Would you like something hot to drink, Dark? I'll be making myself some. Oh, yeah, sure. I reply automatically, without even thinking. I don't really feel like having tea at this hour, but at least I'll have something to occupy my paws with. Jorgen stands up and walks to the cupboard, where the kettle is. While he prepares a drink, I take out my phone and check the messages. Hey, have you found a room for tonight? Miko whose messages with proper punctuation, capitalization, which is rare to see. When I write with him, I do the same, otherwise I feel crude. Yeah, I'm staying with Lord Yake and Jorgen. It takes a moment before Miko replies. In the way he composes his messages is no surprise. Oh, do you have 3 beds in the room? No, I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, have a good sleep, Dark. You too. Ooh woo. Here you are. Jorgen comes up to me with 2 cups and puts them both down on the table. Will you need me to move the table? It will be more comfortable to sit in the chairs. Oh, sure. I could have waited with the cups. I stand up and grab the other side of the table, this time helping Jorgen to move it. It's a fair bit smaller than Lake, and I have to carry the table lower and more carefully, especially with the cups on it. I managed to spill some when I bumped the leg of the table at the bed. But thankfully, nothing got wet besides the tablecloth. Yesterday, I was trying my family's new bowl with hot soup. It doesn't hold as much soup as, the older ones. Bumped it, spilled boiling hot soup over my hands. So today I'm not going to exercise, But hey, my hands don't hurt anymore, as opposed to yesterday, which they were throbbing. Fannin. I hope it will come out. Probably not. Wow, I didn't think I'd ever heard Jorgen cursing here. Sorry, I couldn't really see what I was doing. Don't worry, it's not your fault. It's mine for believing you. If anything, it's mine for moving the table with cups full of tea on it. Not my brightest moment. Jorgen sits down on the chair close to the window, and I take the other one, grabbing a cup and pulling it closer. What's this? Look inside. It tastes like raspberry red, and smells more like apple than tea. It's hibiscus tea with some apple. It's nice to finish the day with some herbal tea, and I really like this one. It smells and looks beautifully. Hibiscus gives it a nice deep red color. Nice. I've never drank it. You for sure tried it before, just unknowingly. It used to be the base for most fruit infusions. Oh, It's the first time I've heard about it. It's possible. My knowledge of teas and their types is fairly limited. Back at the uni, I mostly drank coffee. I lean into the cup and take a whiff of the aroma. It is indeed mostly apple with a hint of cinnamon and a smell I don't recognize. I carefully take a sip. It's really tart. Oh, sorry. It might have been brewed. I might have brewed it for a bit too long. I like it intense. Like my music, and myself, and my pee. But if you don't like it, then there's a bit of sugar and some water that might help. Jorgen fetches the kettle with one paw and a bowl of sugar with the other. He pours some of the water into my cup, filling it almost to the brim. Put a spoonful of sugar in the tea and stir it. And stir the full cup carefully, not too much. I don't want to make any more stains on the tablecloth. After that, I take another sip, and this time the tea tastes much better. It is somewhat tart, but now fruity notes are dominant, nicely enhanced by the slight sweetness. It's pleasantly calming and overall very tasty. Plus, as it's herbal tea, so it won't have any caffeine. I thought herbal tea does have caffeine, granted to a much less degree. Yeah, I see why you'd want to end your day with this. It's nice, isn't it? With the cup in his paws, Jorgen turns towards the window and looks out the sky behind it through his thick glasses. A glint in his eye, The glint in his eye I saw before is still there. I think for a while before any topics I could talk with him about, but most of them are just too ordinary. Something like, how'd you enjoy your first day here? Or, how was the ride? Won't work here. I can picture him clearly. Him turned towards me slowly, with a disappointed look, saying, "Really, Dark?" with his face. I would have to assume that neither of these things are like a negative thing. And we have done, like most of this Let's Play we've already kind of done before. But let's ask about photography. Since I think the last time we asked about authors, I finally remember at lunch we had together, and me showing Lake the photo I took today. So, are you also into photography? You looked interested when I was showing Lake my photo during lunch. If you're asking if I take photos too, then not really. I enjoy looking at photographs, especially ones that feel like they have something to say. That's both documentary and photography, and more surreal types. Wait, it says skip. Okay, that might be a glitch. So, as I understand, you're an amateur photographer? I guess you could say that. It's my dream to become a photographer or a filmmaker for real. But what are the chances of success in these fields? Really? You need a lot of skill, and then a lot of friends, and then a lot of luck. Don't be afraid to dream, Dark. And if you have a dream, fight for it. Otherwise, you're going to regret letting go of it for the rest of your life. And what do you have to lose? Well, time. Time I could spend doing other useful stuff. And I won't lie, I'm afraid of embarrassing myself. I'm not really that good. It's not that easy just to put yourself out there for everyone to see and judge, especially when I see much better works of so many amazing artists. Nobody's good right away. And what else would you want to do with your life? I mean, isn't trying to do something and failing infinitely better than doing nothing at all? Getting back to your question, I'm not really a fan of photography because with it too much depends on what gear you have. With a good camera, every photo you take will look somewhat professional. Go to wide open with a bright lens, and every photo you take will have a dreamy quality. You just need to learn some basics, get an expensive DSLR, and you're good to go. Of course, having a good eye helps if you want to take really good photos, but the point is, you can't take great photos without great gear. You can do some interesting stuff with analog photography, but in the long run, it's often even more expensive. Photography is an art that's reserved for those who can afford it. For me, it's the opposite of what art should be. I don't really see what's the problem as a problem as big as you make it. If you want to photograph events, or animals, or wildlife, or wedding photographer, that's indeed the issue. But there's a lot you can do with even basic equipment. Even your phone. Used equipment can be bought for pennies. Maybe you're right. For sure, you know more about this than I do. Maybe the landscape changed a lot since I last dabbled in photography. I like writing a lot more though. For that, you don't need anything besides a pen and paper, or a computer, or even a phone. Words can give snapshots of reality just as well as photos, if not better. Maybe? I like literature too, but photos speak to me better. Jorgen doesn't say anything more. After that, we fall silent, but it's not an uncomfortable kind of silence. Quite the contrary, it feels relaxed, and at ease, sitting next to him. I sip my tea slowly, as it's piping hot, and look at the window together with Jorgen. The silence is undisturbed, cushioned only by the running water behind the bathroom door. Not a bad way to spend the evening, actually. I think with that kind of scene change, we should probably call it. Because I know that the last time I did this scene-ish with Lake, it was like exceedingly long because I thought, okay, we're going to end the day, and just kind of kept on going. So, and even though we're not dating Lake, we're going to keep on doing it. So, I mean, we're going to end it here just in case. So, end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, like, comment, you like, dislike, tips, 6. Otherwise, if you like my YouTube and I'd like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos I've been growing. Please remember to spay your animals to help control the pet population. And if you like this game, it's for free on HIO. And if you want to support the people that make this game, it's available on Patreon for $3 for the newer version. And support them. And anyways, until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Dawn Course. A game which I enjoy quite a lot, especially comparative to the other games. Like, they all have their good things, but this one's just modern day chillness. Not like Echo. Echo is like the opposite of chill. It's a good game, but it's like definitely not chill. Anyways, thanks and see ya.